for about 24 hours last weekend. Before Seattle's win against Houston, they could take the lead, at least until Wednesday when Seattle's back in action with a victory here today. Seattle trying to swat them back down and stay on top of everyone. Battling hard with Tony Beltran, wins a throw out of that. Gonzalez trying to go up the line. Borchers read it well. Cooper throws the shoulder to Luke Mulholland, who goes down. Mulholland back to his feet now, just a foul. 6 inches difference between those two. So Cooper's shoulder and head height to an extent. Olmes Garcia tackled away by Zach Scott.
John, I just talked to a member of the Seattle Sounders staff, and he told me there was concerns about Brad Evans cramping up after that first 45 minutes. That's why we've seen the substitution with Andy Rose coming in.
How are they different with Rose on and Evans off?
Well, I would put it in the same category as they're different with no Marco Papa on the field. I think Andy Rose is more of a central player, the same with Brad Evans. But he's a player that's going to be an intangible player. He's going to understand what his role is. And first and foremost, his role is to defend.
Nagel started this with the long ball. Dempsey now for Cooper. Double team comes. Doesn't have anyone arriving late to play to. So he's forced out wide by Beckerman. And you mentioned no Marco Papa. Slight hamstring strain. You got a lot of games coming up the next 2 weeks, and Seattle wanted to be careful with him. He's not here. As Beltran late to get to Cooper. Free kick Seattle on the wing. Kenny Cooper has a few words for Tony Beltran.
Well, you've got size and strength of Kenny Cooper, and Tony Beltran knows that the challenge is going to be, he's just going to drop the hip, and he's very, very fortunate not to see yellow for a challenge like that.
Beltran was an all-star last year. Had a couple opportunities with the national team, including a friendly with Mexico earlier this year. Gonzalo Pineda now to take this free kick. A lot of pushing and shoving there on this as it's driven all the way through. The whistle's gone for a foul. Spotted against Seattle. Dempsey with the armband now, and Evans has subbed off. We mentioned that note about Dempsey playing here in Utah against Real Salt Lake for the first time since 2005. Brian, you were on the field for Real Salt Lake in that game. How has Dempsey changed in the 9 years since?
I don't think he's changed at all, to be honest with you, John, and I know it's a pretty crazy statement to make, but everything that he does today, he's done from the very first day he's come to Major League Soccer. Now, the addition of his experience and tightening the screws of the overall game, but that fire, that grit, that little intangible, that little something special when he's on the ball, you don't want to put him in a box because he's one of the very few special American players in this league.
Luke Mulholland now for Real Salt Lake. Will go out wide for Beltran. Beckerman crossing in. Garcia closest to it, but Stephen Fry was closer. Edlin, that was very well read, intercepted by Beckerman. Edlin continuing his chase all the way up the field. Almost forced it away from Schuler. Borchers scrambles it back for his goalkeeper, Nick Raimondo.
Yeah, John, I wouldn't be surprised to see as Andy Rose tucks inside a little bit more centrally if DeAndre Yedlin has the freedom to really start overlapping as a wide right player.